Hey guys, and welcome back to our local to global TEW in the year 1992. We are, of course, Classic Championship Wrestling. Now, just as a reminder, this was our previous show. We had Hideki Hosaka defeat Tom Stone. We then had that angle with women hyping the Eliminators against Calypso Jim and Ray Stevens, who the Eliminators went on to squash. Todd Olson defeated Steve Simpson. We then had Terry Power and Jeannie Basson cut a promo in which Terry Power then defeated Jeannie Basson. And in the main event, Jerry Lynn defeats Scorpio Jr. And they went over the news last episode. There is nothing here for us to check. So let's continue forward. Okay, it looks like Ole Anderson is on his way out of WCW. How expensive is he? He's not actually that bad, and he would be a great person to bring in as a road agent, I think. I think he'd be huge to bring in. He's got a gloomy personality, which isn't helpful. But he could be very, very helpful to bring in. He's so over. I feel like 270 is quite worth it. I feel like 270 is really, really worth it. Let's bring him in. Let's do it. Never involved in ring work. Yeah, I don't want him to be a ref though, so I'm going to have to take that off his thing. But 270, I know we're still not a big company. Oh, Rick Rude. Negotiations. Feels we're too small, of course. Rocky Santana is getting divorced. Now we're losing quite a bit of money per month. How much are we making in merch and stuff? That's the wrong button. Sponsors merch, we're not making too much. But we are getting that sponsorship money coming in slowly. Okay. Just trying to think, who could we theoretically let go? He's our referee, so we need him. I don't really think there's many we can get rid of, to be honest. I quite like our roster. It's a very strong roster. How much are we paying him? Not a lot, is it? How much are we paying the Patriot? Not a lot either. You know what? 270 a month. It's an extra 500. We're just gonna take it. Sod it. Maybe we'll have Oli be sort of like the commissioner when we get a TV show going. Because then we can utilize him not only as a ring agent perspective, but we can also have him on camera, which will help because he's so over. Yeah, I like that idea. Jeff Rama is now ripped. We're still not bringing in fake Sting. And Al Snow is now muscular. Awesome. Alright, this should be show day, so let's push into it. Okay, we have a backstage incident. Tom Brandi and the Patriot, these guys need to get along because I have plans for these two. Oh, we'll find him. Patriots, pleased at your decision. Oh, good. Okay. We'll take it. There's no other CC. That's fine. Cool. Medal. Right. John Cronus, Calypso Jim need to get along. Never mind. They will not get along. When were we last in this? In March, in front of 98 people. April. May. So we didn't run a show here last month. That's... Oops. Okay. No, where is it? Northwest. We didn't run a show here in April. That's a small problem. Alright, well, let's get a show on the road today. As a reminder, because it's been a couple of weeks, our storylines are Mr. USA, which is the Patriot and Todd Olson, and the Rise of the Eliminators, which is just the Eliminators just destroying people. Now, who do we have that we could potentially bring in? Is that the whole list? Iron Mike Sharp is expensive. Rip Oliver is expensive. Ripper Mason is a newbie, I think. No, he's not. Cool, Ripper Mason. You can come in. Steve Regal. You're expensive too. That's fine. Right. We are, of course, going to have the Patriot and Todd Olson. This is going to be their first match together. It's going to go 13 minutes, and we're going to have the Patriot win with a storytelling. And I like that. But we need Todd Olson to get his heat back after. So it's going to be a post-match beatdown where we want the loser to jump the winner. So Todd Olson and the Patriot. He's going to go for a 4-minute beatdown. He's just going to pulp him. Awesome. Right, we got a couple of people we need to build up. So I want to have the All-Star team opening the show because they're so good at what they do. And we will have them take on Ripper Mason and probably Steve Simpson. Yeah, it's Ripper Mason, Steve Simpson, not Steve Deebs, different people. And in this one, we will have Sean Morley pick up the win, just work in the crowd. We want to build that up. That match is going to lead into our women's match because we need to get the ladies on the show, as you know. I think for this we put Terry Powers on last time. We'll have Lisa Moretti because she's actually not got that much momentum going. We kind of killed her. So we didn't mean to, but we did. Who needs to debut? Put her in the match with Fantasia. This is basically going to be a nothing match. It's just to help us build up Lisa Moretti when we get a women's title going. After Lisa Moretti, we will have... Let's take off everyone that's booked. Tom Brandy, we do need to get him working at some point. I reckon we get Tom Brandy and Brian Clark on the show. So let's do Brian Clark. He can take on Steve Deebs. These guys are also going to go 8 minutes because their stamina is not good. They're going to steal the show because we just want them to go all out. Brian Clark is going to dominate this. Do we want to try and get Brian Clark to talk? I think we do. We're going to make him try and talk to the audience. And this is probably, we're going to script it because I'm sure it's going to be brutal. I'm picturing like Ryback vibes of how bad it's going to be. We want Booker T because we haven't put Booker T on for a while. He's going to go up against Tom Brandy. We're going to have Booker T go over. He's going to cheat though. Tainted win. We're going to have his manager. It's not going to be a DQ. Manager interference. I can't remember whose manager is off the top of my head, but she's going to interfere. And I think, do we risk it? That'd be a brawl. I trust Booker to be able to put a brawl on with Tom Brandy. At least I'm hoping. Where does that leave us for analysis? Okay, no issues there. We wouldn't be penalised. Okay, so just to go over our matches, we have the All-Star team, which is Chris Candido and Sean Morley against Ripper Mason and Steve Simpson. We have Lisa Moretti versus Fantasia. Steve Deebs is going to get squashed by Brian Clark, and we're going to have him try and do a promo. But I'm not holding out hope here. Booker T is then going to take on Tom Brandy in the Wild Brawl. And then our main event, the Patriot, is going to defeat Todd Olson. And Olson is going to beat him down to get his heat back. And hopefully, we can build up the storyline heat with that. Okay, Chris Candido got 41. Sean Morley got 37. That's good. We'll take that. Lisa Moretti got a 29. I'm assuming that's her popularity and not her actual work rate. So we need to keep building her up. Brian Clark got a 33. Okay, Steve Deebs actually outworked him. Interesting. This is going to be like a 7. A 16, yep. Brutal. Oh, Jeannie Clark, that's it. Booker T got a 36 against Tom Brandy's 24. That's actually pretty decent. Then the Patriot and Todd Olson, look at that. 36 and 37. Storytelling match. The match has gained heat. Beautiful. But, yeah, we won't talk about that bit. Okay, let's cut a speech to the Patriot. Can be praised for a great performance. There are some other people that aren't happy. Tom Brandy isn't happy. I remember seeing that. And you know what? Todd Olson deserves some praise because he's been killing it. And they are all pleased apart from Tom Alderson, who is actually pleased. Excellent. Let's move on. Okay, so I'm going through the news and we have Scott Pudsey has quit GWF. Now I'm wondering, do you reckon he's worth bringing in? He's over in the Mid-South. It doesn't really help us in the Northwest. But he is cheap. I reckon let's do it. He's on 245th ranked in the world. He's got some pretty alright stats, and he's a young gun. Yeah, we'll bring him. I don't care. We could pull the offer, but we're not going to. Is there anything else here? Oh, Miss Janet. Misread it as Marty Jannetty. I was like, wait, what? Right. How are we looking on our creative front? Ray Stevens is still our main eventer. I mean, how popular is he? He's a drinker, though. Yeah, he is actually super over. Good thing he's putting people over. Booker T is again there in the Northwest. We like that. Doug Summers, of course. Yeah, we've got a couple of old guys working for us. But that's alright. And he's getting there as well. Alright. It's time to keep building up our team, though. We can do it. We've got to get Ray Stevens wrestling, as well as Doug Summers. And Brian Addy. Okay. Well, there's a few people that only have a couple of appearances left on their contract, like Calypso Jim. Steve Simpson isn't happy either. He's a major star, though. Maybe we bring his brother Sean in. That'll make him happy, right? Let's do that. And then we've got another tag team for the eliminated to defeat. He's only 25. Let's do it. I know we're throwing money around now, but that's going to make Steve Simpson happy. They're young together. Get another tag team for our tag team division when we set it up. I'm okay with this plan. Okay, Ole Anderson is happy to join us. So, can't start for another 23 days. That's fine, because it means he should be able to join us for our show next month. AA have made a contract offer to Eddie Guerrero, of course. Alright, Scott Putski is happy to join us. He's going to be a face. Okay, we can pair him up with, or feud him up with Brian Clark, I think. That'd be pretty cool. And Sean Simpson's willing to come in. Now, how has that affected Steve Simpson? He's happy. Awesome. Let's get them on here. Steve Deebs. Sean. They're a 100% team. The Simpsons. The Simpsons. Awesome. Right, next big things is still just these two hot prospects. They're not on here. Okay, Fantasia's going to be a hot prospect. Brian Clark as well. Simon Diamond's working his arse off for us, which is awesome. Okay. Ludwig Borger is willing to travel the world. Nice. He's a New Japan star. Has Tony Helm and as the Viking in the UWF. Okay. Well, good for Ludwig. Okay, and that brings us to Monday of week 3. Now, our next show is on Friday. So, we're going to wrap this episode up here. If you've enjoyed, please drop the video a like. It helps us amazingly. If you're new and you're not subscribed, you'd like to, that would be amazing. Hopefully, we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.